Now it's you're on.
Okay, we're recording in problem in the quoting system module that the linear inches are being doubled and not calculating properly, and also the total dollar value is different on what you see on the screen as opposed to what's printed out. So I'm going to go into David Dermo's quote number 52. That was a quote that I did on our old system, on our old quoting system, and then I replicated it 100% to detail on our new quoting system. So I'm going to go into the calculations in here. So for example, the kitchen counters where there are numbers that have been entered into the calculations of the sizing and the calculations of the linear inches. So what profile lengths means, profile lengths is supposed to give you the total number of inches. So then if a customer wants an option to go to an upgraded profile, you can just click on these options and it will give you the total. So what it's doing is it's showing you on this screen here, I've calculated 386 linear inches, and when it what it's doing is it's doubling that in inches and creating a much higher dollar amount. So that's one issue, and I can show you on this another screen where it does that. On the same screen right now, you'll see on the quote for this kitchen right here, all the calculations are done and it comes out to 3801.60. So that is what it should be, but what's happening is on the actual printed quote, and maybe I'll go to the preview of the quote so you can see that. And on the preview of the quote, for some reason it's printing it out at 4187. So there's something that's throwing it up that is making it incorrect, and there's no other modules, or there's nothing added to that price. So that's one thing I can't figure out where that's coming from. And then on these totals here, they should be half of that amount. So instead of 580, they should be exactly half of that and half of that. And when you go on the total, and I'm wondering if it's going to be on preview the worksheet, if it shows it on here. Yeah, it shows 356 on the worksheet, but as a calculation it's coming out double that. So it's somewhere on this error. So here's maybe where the problem is here. Total retail 24 times 54 equals 9 square feet. What does that have to do with? Oh, that's a different calculation, sorry. Yeah, so it's not showing it in the in here, but on the actual quote it is definitely wrong. So I can't figure that out. So that's problem number one on the linear feet, and why is it doubling it, and then why is this total different as well, and it's showing it as different. So for example, you can see here this total has worked out to 3722.40. There's 0 because an A 1 1/4 profile length is included in that base price. And why is it coming out to a higher amount before tax? It's coming out to a higher amount, so I can't figure that out. And then
You're referring to that?
Referring to the 4187.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out where the differences are in the calculations.
Okay, so what I'm going to recommend is click the stop.